स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय Ramakrishnaय ते नमः. The human efforts to know God. Sri Ramakrishna is telling a song written by Ram Prasad. When we are dipped in ignorance, we will not understand how vast is this universe, how various levels of existence are there, which is beyond our perception. And to know the beyond, the source of this universe, its culmination, in which number of cycles of creation, sustenance, and dissolutions are taking place. To know that eternal being a small, insignificant human existence that lasts for few days and disappears. Time, eternal, we appear some fraction of this universe somewhere and disappear. Millions and millions of humans came in this earth and passed away. From time immemorial, how many cycles of human existence, say from the Stone Age to highly evolved stage of human existence, again the cycle ending, like taking birth, growing, how we take birth, how we grow into youthful days, again how it declines and disappears, and to form again. A tree appears, disappears, leaving seeds. The seeds continue. This is at gross physical level, bodily continuation. Similarly, the soul which is there, which separates from the body when we sleep, that part, the inner being, the indweller, continues after the living body also to acquire another body. Its process of evolution, its process of involution, just like bodily existence has evolution and involution, tree becoming seed, seed becoming tree. Similarly, scholastic existence also continues. So this which appears and disappears, a small eye is trying to know what is that infinity is, which is eternal. This is a flash of lighting. Then from source it originates, into source it dissolves. A drop of water emerged out as vapor from an ocean, reached sky, the highest place, and became again cooled down to fall down as raindrop and reached the earth. Now this raindrop wants to know the ocean from which it originated. But it is going to reach that ocean back and merge with the river water. It will flow and merge back in the ocean. It merges back in ocean to know what ocean is. For that, suppose you are that drop from where you originated, and being a cloud, a small drop, you fall on the earth. Any time can you think of, even while you are flowing in the river towards the ocean, can you know what that ocean is? Can finite know what is infinity, where timeless, spaceless existence exists? So our life is such that we appear and disappear in this bodily existence. Our soul may continue to exist, but life, when we see, life has a beginning and life has an apparent end. So within this flash of light, we appear and can we know what was earlier, what is beyond? Regarding time we cannot know, space we cannot know, existence we cannot know. We have limited senses, limited mind, limited intellect. With this a little few things of the earthly things we can discover. We can make small arrangements, car, fridge, computer and all. That's all. Can we go beyond this nature? To know the beyond, there are no chances because it is infinite. Time is infinite. How to go beyond this infinite time? How to go beyond the space which has appeared as universe and the universal time? Universe is going to sustain for millions of years, slowly expanding to its optimum and again contracting back and entering the absolute. Within that, we might appear in this universe, live for a few thousand of years, changing the bodies, and enter back the ocean. And without knowing what that ocean was. In Hinduism, that eternal ocean of Satchidananda, which is going to ever exist, in which universes appear and disappear along with all jivas, is called the God, the impersonal absolute. The God, the personal absolute. So, this is how we, Sri Ramakrishna tells about the Ramprasad story, the song. How are you trying, O my mind, to know the nature of God? You are groping like a madman locked in a dark room. We are within the realm of time and space, governed by nature. We are in the prison house of nature. We cannot have access to anything beyond this time and space, beyond this universe. In which, where is beyond, what is beyond this universe in which we are living? We cannot know universe itself within the universe because of limited senses and limited mind, limited intellect. The universe itself, comparative to the individual existence, the microcosm, the macrocosm, while in the view of microcosm itself is infinite. And what to think of the eternal, infinite existence, limitless existence. So here we see the great differentiating. And we are being in the prison of house of nature. We are trying to, where we have no access to go out and see beyond universe, beyond cosmos, beyond maximum we can expand is to the cosmic level. I can become as big as the prison house, not go beyond it. We cannot go beyond it. It is realization. To go beyond all limitations that has been put upon me, the nature, the universe, to go beyond itself is realization of God. You are groping like a madman locked in a dark room. He is grasped through ecstatic love. How can you fathom him without it? Even to dive, to penetrate through the nature and go beyond. Every object you can penetrate into, every being you can penetrate into through love and see the other side. What is within? Within is the Chaitanya, consciousness, the pure Shuddha Chaitanya, pure consciousness, which is giving life to all the living beings and existence to all matter. Matter exists because of the Chaitanya in it and behind it. Nature, the Chaitanya is giving life to all living beings. That Chaitanya, which is existence, that Chaitanya, which is the inner substance of all matter, can be known when you penetrate. And penetration is not possible through any senses, but it is possible through love. He is grasped, the God is grasped through ecstatic love. Ecstatic love makes you forget the prison house. It makes the prison house transparent, and you are light. And through the transparency you can go beyond and understand. How can you fathom Him without it? Love can make you intimately know God as much as He reveals you to your devotion. Only through affirmation, never through negation, you can know Him. There are two paths. One is path of love, which goes on affirming, this is God, this is God, this is God. He tries to penetrate into every object, every being in this universe, penetrates to and reach the other side and sees the Chaitanya. And another path is not this, not this, not this. Trying to deny, this is not God. The definition of God is infinite eternal existence, which is unlimited. Anything, any kind of limitation has it is not God. So, suppose anything that comes within time. Now, I am not God because I am limited by time and space. I am limited by my powers. I can lift only this much. I can do only this much. I can live only this long. Everything is limited. God is not limited by anything. Any limitation, even if you say God is this and not that, becomes limited. He is no more God. Suppose I say God is Krishna and not Rama, or God is Shiva and not Durga. Anything if you say, it becomes a limitation. God can be anything and everything and beyond also. We cannot limit Him. So, any limitation regarding power, form, existence, anything, any kind of limitation if you put, it is. That's why we consider it as absolute, impersonal absolute, in which the whole universe and all things appear and disappear. So that eternal, which is not, where there is neither time nor space, as the God impersonal absolute. So that is, you can't see that. You can see in and through. No, it is something like software, suppose. You can't see this software by any of your senses, but it can display itself, reveal itself through a hardware. So, something like that. Just I'm giving a rough comparison, but you should not take it literally, because the software is also limited. It has a time, it has a place. Now that software cannot manifest through a washing machine or another machine. In computer, it can manifest only through computer. This software is such a software you can find anywhere, in everywhere. There is no place where God doesn't exist. So, when we say God has become this universe, try to see with the eyes of love. It reveals its reality. And whenever you deny, you are denying God. Neti, neti, when you say not this, you are denying God as not this. Ultimately, what remains is God. But when you come back again, you see this is God. That has to be, the God has to give you the Divya Chakshu to see Him. This Charma Chakshu with which we are seeing this world must disappear from your existence, and that point of visualization, the Jnana Chakshu must open up. And that is given by an entity which pervades this universe and has become universe. Otherwise, even Jnana Chakshu I don't have Jnana Chakshu to see the beyond. Divine Mother alone must give. So, every object, when you get that Jnana Chakshu, you will see what I have denied as not God, itself was God. So, affirmation is, this is also God. Take any object, a child, your own child, or this house in which you are living, anything, a small stone piece, you see in everything, everywhere God is pervading. Can you make that God within any object manifest there, Prakatvana. So God, suppose you take a stone piece and start worshipping His God with all faith and love, it reveals its own real nature. It is appearing like a stone, but it is Chaitanya appearing like a stone. It is Shuddha Chaitanya, pure consciousness appearing as stone. When your love eyes sees, you see no more stone, but the God in that. Shuddha Chaitanya, the all-pervading Chaitanya, is manifesting as stone. The stonehood of the stone disappears. The Chaitanyahood manifests by affirmation. By negation, all dissolves. You are denying the stone also, the inner content also. You are searching somewhere else where it is not there. And for your all strain you have taken, struggle you have taken, last it appears where you are not able to penetrate into. Only through affirmation, never negation, you can know Him. Neither through Veda, nor through Tantra, nor the six darshanas. In Hinduism, there are important scriptures. Veda, the science. Tantra, the technology. And Shad Darshana, the philosophy. Philosophy is the reality brought to the level of understanding through reasoning. Though the reality is beyond the law of cause and effect, beyond the reasoning, you must clearly know the reasoning we are applying within this universe. Every bit, whatever we see, reason. What God exists. What is the proof of God exists? I am reasoning. This law, this is, I am able to touch and see this table. I am able to touch and see. What is the proof that table is here? I am able to see with my eyes. I am able to touch with my hand and see, perceive it. So I say it exists. Because this world of ours in which we are born, in which we are living, is governed by law of cause and effect, karya karana bhava. Behind every karya there is a karana, cause. Behind every effect there is a cause. This table is here and it is revealing itself. I am able to perceive by through senses and I say it exists because I am able to. There is reasoning. I say it exists because I see, I touch and feel. Reasoning is there. But this law of cause and effect doesn't apply in the realm of the transcendental. It applies. This doesn't apply even in your dream world. It is in the only waking state in this universe that you see in waking state. Alone this law of reasoning is applicable. When you go with reasoning, you cannot go there. It will not be, you will not have entry at all. You cannot enter into the transcendental realm with reasoning mind. Faith and love is the only thing that it can take you beyond. In Advaita also, we'll have faith in the existence of Brahman and longing to see mumukshutva, moksha michu, intense desire to get mukti is love. So with that alone we can transcend. So Vedas give the knowledge of the beyond. Tantras give the path through which you can transcend and how to utilize that knowledge. And the six darshanas give philosophical backup to make you understand the transcendental. So all this cannot reveal what it is. All are hinting at it, all are showing the path, but nobody is able to explain what that object is, which having landed, you will have eternal life and you know yourself to be immortal. So Veda, nor through Tantra, nor through six darshana, you can know Him. They cannot reveal it. God alone, the real object alone, must reveal Himself. It is love's elixir, only that He delights. O mind, how to make God reveal Himself. In computer and all, how to make the software manifest. There is a process of downloading. After downloading, you press, it will be any time, it will be always in your computer, and whenever you call for it, it starts functioning. So how to call for it, how to download it, how to know God. And it is love's elixir. Elixir, that is the amrita, nectar, the love's nectar, only that He delights. That is the password, that is the button which you press, it manifests. It is the key to make Him. Love Him. That love, He delights in the nectar of love. You pour that nectar of love and He manifests there. He dwells in the body's inmost depth, in everlasting joy. Within you, if you turn inward, cross one by one layers, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. The last sheath is the sheath of bliss. When you see this sheath of bliss, you will know that you have almost reached the ultimate. Beyond the sheath of bliss, it is bliss itself. This is the sheath of bliss. Like when you open the fridge, you get that cool touch. When you are moving towards ocean, you will have the cool breeze coming to you. This breeze that you get is cool breeze. The bliss, the breeze of bliss, Ananda, is the sign that Ananda itself is there in the future. Anandamaya kosha is also one of the koshas, like halo around the moon. Moon has a halo around. Halo is not moon, but it indicates the moon. As you are reaching the halo, the next is the moon itself. So, your bodily existence and all within depths of your being, going beyond all. As you go inward, you'll see more and more bliss, more and more freedom, more and more peace, more and more divinity. And when you reach the last, you'll see that it is bliss itself, Ananda. It is Ananda Sagara is within you. That Ananda Sagara, what counts. He dwells in the body's innermost depths, in everlasting joy. There is ocean of bliss, and in that bliss, Ananda Sagara, you will find him. And for that love, the mighty yogis practice from age to age. Number of lives they pass, calling on God, trying to increase their loving capacity, the love, purifying love. No expectation, no demand, calm mind. It is total giving, where there is no seeking of any type, even to enjoy the company of God. No, it is totally giving. That kind of a pouring love without any. To love, pour that love, the love must not be contaminated by anything. That is, any contamination will not make it reach God. So, free from all contamination, all limitations, you must be able to pour that love to God. And for that love, the mighty yogis practice yoga from to purification of love process, purification of love itself, not to contain any contamination like I want to see God, I want this, I want that, I want something, I want is associated with it. I have expectations behind it. I have certain intentions behind it. If it is there, it is contaminated. It is free. It is flow of love from heart to heart. There is no media, there is no obstruction, nothing. It is direct contact from one to one. So to purify this, purify their whole being from the skin to core, the yogis sit and practice meditation, lives after lives. That process of purification goes on and on. Practice yoga from age to age. When love awakes, the Lord, like a magnet, draws to him the soul. When love is awakened in you, when it is flowing out of your heart, God starts attracting you. Like magnet attracting an iron piece. How it attracts, like that. The love-filled heart attracts. When love awakes in the jiva's heart, God like a magnet draws this force of God to attract the jiva when it is filled with love, to attract the jiva towards itself is the bija mantra, clean, represented by the bija mantra, clean, which is used commonly for Krishna. He it is, says Ram Prasad, that I approach as mother. God can be approached in any way. Whatever be your way, you want to look upon God as child. He appears to you, approaches you as a child. If you want to worship Him as mother, He appears to you as your personal mother taking care of you. Whatever way, you want to treat Him as brother, you want to treat him as your master. In the same way, God, he comes to you as my master and accepts your services as his servant. Each way that you approach, God approaches in the same way. I approach as mother. Ramakrishna says, I approach God as mother. But must I give away the secret here in the marketplace? Should I openly disclose? Some like, some don't like, some comment, some don't comment, some accept, some don't accept. All these problems. And can I present this in the open place means it is breaking the pot in the open place, marketplace. Everybody will see, everybody has something to say, good or bad regarding it. So here, should I tell or not? Will it create any confusion in the mind of God, people? From the hints I have given, oh mind, guess what that being is? Marketplace is where things are exchanged. This is not a business place, nor it is one thing that is made to publish. There are two aspects in this. One is the marketplace. When we say there is business, giving and taking. Another aspect of this is that marketplace is where things become known to everyone. The person who wants, who doesn't want, who various types of reaction from different people. If you take it and go away silently and start doing there, what could that God be? I want to realize, I want to see. If you take it as treasure and go and start practicing, oh, he has realized, I too can realize. The rest has something to comment, appreciate or depreciate and go. So where there is a confusion is created. When there is a bargain, gain and loss, that is a marketplace. It is to be given where there is faith, pure faith and love, dedication, purity. There I have to give. Just like initiation given is to those who aspire for it. For others it has no value. So I have given the hint, you see what it is, you attain. Much more than this, we cannot give you anything more. From the hints I have given, oh mind, guess what that being is. This is the Ramaprasad's song. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.